already discussed about the nationalism in Africa, Middle East, and Asia. Now let's discuss about the revolutionary chaos in China that discussed Mao Zedong's belief that revolution in China would be led by peasants, not the urban working class, and report how internal tensions led Chiang Kai-shek to violently end the Communist-Nationalist alliance. Nationalists and Communists. Revolutionary Marxism had its greatest impact in China. By 1920, central authority had almost ceased to exist in China. Two political forces began to emerge as competitors for the right to rule China. Sun Yat-sen's Nationalist Party, which had been driven from the political arena several years earlier, and the Chinese Communist Party. In 1921, a group of young radicals, including several faculty and staff members from Beijing University, founded the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, in the commercial and industrial city of Shanghai. Comintern agents soon advised the new party to join with the more experienced Nationalist Party. Sun Yat-sen, leader of the Nationalists, welcomed the cooperation. He needed the expertise that the Soviet Union could provide. His anti-imperialist board had alienated many Western powers. So in 1923, the two parties, Nationalists and Communists, formed an alliance to oppose the warlords and drive the imperialist powers out of China. This northern expedition began in the summer of 1926. By the following spring, revolutionary forces had taken control of all of China south of the Changjiang, including the major river ports of Wuhan and Shanghai.
Tensions between the two parties eventually rose to the surface. Sun Yat-sen died in 1925 and was succeeded as head of the Nationalist Party by the General Chiang Kai-shek. In April 1927, he struck against the communists and their supporters in Shanghai, killing thousands in what is called the Shanghai Massacre. The Communist-Nationalist Alliance ceased to exist. In 1928, Chiang Kai-shek founded a new Chinese Republic at Nanjing. During the next 3 years, he worked to reunify China. He believed that Japan was less dangerous than its other enemy, the communists. He once remarked that the communists are a disease of the heart.
The communists in hiding. After the Shanghai Massacre, most of the communist leaders went into hiding in the city. So there they tried to revive the communist movement among the working class. Shanghai was a rich recruiting ground for the party. People were discontented and looking for leadership. And some party members fled to the mountainous Jiangxi province south of the Changjiang. They were led by the young communist organizer, and Mao Zedong was the creator of the People's Republic of China. He was the son of a prosperous peasant. He also insisted that the Communist Party support peasants' demand for land reform.
1 year later, Mao troops reached safety in the dusty hills of the North China. Of the 19,000 troops who had embarked on the journey, only 9,000 remained. In the course of the long march, Mao Zedong had become the sole leader of the Chinese Communist Party. To people who lived at the time, it must have been seen that the communist threat to the Nanjing regime was over. To the communists, there remained hope for the future. Nationalists would use their dictatorial power to carry out a land reform program and to modernize industry. It would take more than plans on paper to create a new China. Years of neglect and civil war had severely weakened the political, economic, and social fabric of the nation. Most of the people who lived in the countryside were drained by warfare and civil strife. The peasants there were still very poor and overwhelmingly illiterate, and they made up 80% of China's population. Chiang Kai-shek was aware of the problem of introducing foreign ideas into a population that was still culturally conservative. While attempting to build a modern industrial state, he He tried to bring together modern Western innovations with traditional Confucian values of hard work, obedience, and integrity. With his US-educated wife Mei Ling Sung, Chiang set up a new life movement. Its goal was to promote traditional Confucian social ethics such as integrity, propriety, and righteousness.